Welcome to Zen Fits. Uh, let's see what we come up with this morning. Yesterday, I have the friend across the street who's he had a friend who was going out, an importer who was going out of business. Gave him 500 Tibetan prayer wheels, and so I went over yesterday and got one, the biggest one he had. And here it is. And isn't this beautiful workmanship here? And they're very reasonable. He's got them on eBay, or you can message him from Jim Hasbrook on my Facebook here, and see what he's got. But anyway, this fits. The top comes off, and it's got a roll of Sanskrit mantras or prayers in it, a big roll. And so I put my own prayer in there. I won't tell you what it is. But I've been playing with this. I walk in my house. I write, and then I walk and do my japa of my mantra. And now I'm walking and doing my prayer wheel. And you keep it going. And walking and doing this at the same time becomes a little, see, in other words, talking and doing it. So my hand has to learn how to do this while I do other things. It sounds like a squeaky Walmart shopping basket. Or if it was World War II, it might be an approaching Tiger tank. But either way, I find it rather fascinating, and I'm enjoying playing with it because it seems to be generating some insight in me, as most things do. But this is like a little, look at that little ball there. It's very heavy, and it's well attached. It's well made, and it reminds me of. Let's spin this, okay? Let's spin it and see where it goes. First of all, it reminds me of a merry-go-round. Now, a merry-go-round is a metaphor for the world. It's spinning. There's a center to the merry-go-round that doesn't move. And then the wheel, it's got horses going up and down and swans, and you get on it and you get on a horse, and it goes up and down, but it's going around and around, and it's great fun. And then you get off. But the point is that this is a metaphor for the world, and this is a metaphor for the world, in the sense that there is a center here. Your body, you're holding the center, and you're spinning. It's like a moon. It's like a moon going around the center, and so this is on the periphery. You see, and it's attached by gravity. It can't fall off. It can't fly off. So it's orbiting around this center. So this makes it go around. When you do this weight. If you didn't have this, it wouldn't go around. So the moon, or this lead weight, makes the world go around. It's almost like the. Now let's look at perhaps this is a metaphor for the mind. That's the way I look at it. So there are two me's in you. There is the me that's at the center, and then there is the me that's looking at you. Got that? You look in the mirror. So I'm looking at this Facebook camera here, as if it were a mirror. I'm seeing myself. So I'm looking at myself as an it. As there's an image of me, right? So that would be the me, that's the lead ball. And then there is the me that is looking. That would be the center. So the me, the you that is looking at the world is at the center, But the moment you become aware of yourself looking, or you become aware of yourself as an object, or you become aware of your feelings, or you become aware of you doing something, you're outside of yourself now. And if you think, well, what will people think of me? What you're doing there is projecting yourself out into the minds of others and looking at yourself. Did you ever realize that? If you're afraid of what people think, basically what you have done there is project your me that is looking at you outside into the eyes of others, and now you feel they're looking at you, but what you're really experiencing is you looking at you. But there's a division there. So it's painful. Oh, I hope they like me. Oh, I hope they don't like me. Oh, I better cover up. What will they see, you see? So we're constantly caught in this trap of the external eye, which is our own eye, projected out on the world, looking back at us, just like when you look in a mirror and you see yourself looking back at you. But at the same time, so there's two yous. Now, if you were to stare into your eyes in the image of yourself in the mirror and just relax and just look, the person looking at you will fade and there will be just the looker, and you'll get into a kind of like a oneness of just you looking at you without the image. The image will fall away. And this is what falling in love is. This is what happens when you see your beloved. When you look into the eyes of your beloved, the looker is being looked at. I'm looking and I'm being looked at, and she or he is looking and being looked at, and it becomes one love vortex of an expanding me, you see. Oh, wow, wow, you see. But if the other looks at me, who is not my lover, a stranger, then a vicious vortex is created. Who are you looking at? Why are you looking at me? And if that continue, like fighters, when they start a fight, the boxers stare at each other's eyes. Larry David, in his Curb Your Enthusiasms, used to play on that. He would look at somebody's eye, to see what the truth is. So if you go on the subway or you go into cities, you don't look at people because you might trigger that vortex. You looking at me? What you looking at, man? So anyway, I'm digressing, but I'm playing with this, right? So this basically is a metaphor for the center of I here. And this is kind of like my little me on the periphery looking at me. The me that's separated from me. You see, this is the ambiguity of human consciousness, and this is what I've learned in studying Zen, particularly Albert Lowe. If you want to understand Zen, read Albert Lowe. And so this, when I spend this, I'm centering myself. I'm centering myself here, and it is filled with prayers. It's filled with the feeling of unifying the world, centering the world, getting in center, not being afraid of what people think, not being afraid of what I'm thinking. Because anytime I'm thinking about myself, I'm out here in this little externalized me. The real me is always in the center, is always your heart. And we're always looking for that. We're looking for it in the wrong places. We're looking for it from the outside. We're looking for our heart. We're looking for ourself. We're looking for our true nature on the outside. So I could experience it. So I could find it as an it, you see. So when the me is locked into this little ball, it sees itself as an it. And that maintains the split. But as soon as the center is restored, you still have a me that's going somewhere and catching a bus. But it's no longer you. It's just a convention. It's just what you need to do things. But your real center is like this prayer wheel that is moving. The world is moving around but you were always at the center. It's kind of like the GPS navigator. When you're on GPS navigator, you are always at the center of the map, and the world moves around you. If you move, the world moves around you. It's always rebooting. You're always at the center. You can't make a wrong turn on a GPS navigator because you're always going home. Turn left, turn right. You're never an idiot. You're only an idiot when you drop into the me and look at yourself and say, I'm an idiot. But that's the view from the outside. When you're centered, you're always okay. You're always at home. You're always on your spot, like Sheldon Cooper. I'm always in my spot, you see. So this, to me, this Buddhist Tibetan prayer wheel is a centering practice. It is a metaphor to restore center, to let the world revolve around me. And yet I'm still going things, I'm still doing things, I'm still giving a talk, but everywhere. Somebody yesterday said on Facebook, where would you rather be? Where would you like to go? And I said, where would you choose to be? And I choose to be right here. This is my spot. Wherever I go, I'm right here. Wherever I go, I'm in the center. Wherever I go, I'm in the center of now. You see. Thanks for dropping in. And have a Zen Fit.